June the 23rd, the fort is finally conquered by the Turkish army. Mustafa Pasha ties the beheaded bodies of captured knights to crucifixes and sends them as a warning across the Grand Harbour. In retaliation, Grand Master de Valette executes all the Turkish prisoners and uses their heads as cannonballs. Now the Turkish fleet is able to move into Marsamxett harbour and turn the guns on Mount Shibaras towards St. Clair and Fort St. Angelo. New artillery points face Fort St. Michael. Pasha orders small boats carried over the peninsula from Marsamxett to the Grand Harbour to attack from the water as well as the guns. But de Valette finds out and orders a blockade of wooden sticks planted to prevent their landing. On July the 5th, the Piccolo Soccorso, a small band of reinforcements, arrives at Birgu from Sicily, a cause of great celebration. The attack on St. Clair intensifies on July the 15th, and the palisade is breached. De Valette sends extra troops across from Birgu to stop the advancing Turks. Sensing the advantage, Mustafa sends 1,000 Janissaries on 10 boats to finish off the fort, but hidden guns take out 9 of the boats and 800 of the crack troops. The forts of St. Angelo and St. Michael are now surrounded, and over the next 3 days even more guns are added to the crossfire. But the forts had great provisions and are linked to each other across the water. The guns fall silent on the 7th of August, and Piali leads his troops against the bastion of Castile on St. Clair. At the same time, Mustafa Pasha breaches the walls of St. Michael's and is on the brink of victory. Back in Medina, Deluni takes the cavalry to attack the lightly guarded Turkish camp. The knights slaughter the sick and wounded on their horses. Hearing about this attack, Mustafa Pasha assumes it must be reinforcements arriving from Sicily. He pulls back his soldiers from near victory and turns to fight the new army, sending scouts ahead to Medina to see if it can be conquered. Medina, the ancient capital, is not well armed, but Deluni tricks the Turks into thinking it is full of troops and ammunition. The Ottomans now believe that Medina too will be hard to take, and with the autumn fast approaching, a safe return voyage to Constantinople, post-victory, is in question. The Grand Soccorso, or main reinforcements, finally arrive from Sicily, and the rumour spreads through the Ottoman camps that these forces are 16,000 strong. Piali and Mustafa Pasha decide to head home. Following the victory, the Knights of St. John decide that Malta is truly their home and quickly build the fortified city of Valletta. Pope Pius sends his military engineer Francesco Laparelli to help with this endeavour, to create a city built by gentlemen for gentlemen, to ensure that Fort St. Elmo, and thus Malta, could not be taken again. Medina, the ancient capital, is not well, but Deluni tricks the Turks into thinking it is full of troops and ammunition. The Ottomans now believe that Medina is all
bystanders in the making of our own history. See it that way?
Ah, but maybe collecting.
It means that you know what to expect from a whole.
Who's signing for the peace?
General Verbois and Admiral Villeneuve.
These are Mahmoud. Halali.
Narrate the language.
Within minutes, deadly torpedoes wreak havoc.
There were 3 terrific explosions. The first on HMS Nigeria, second HMS Cairo, then us, the Ohio.
Seawater from a massive